if we know that the perimeter of a rectangle is 22 and the area is 28, we can sketch the rectangle, and I've sketched it here. Now I've sketched the solution in. The 11 minus x comes from the analysis. We started with just the assumption that this side is x. Now, if this side is x, what else do we know? Well, we know that this side is x, right? Because these two sides are of equal length. Now we know these two sides, and we know that the perimeter is 22. Okay, well, we have two sides that add up to 2x, and the perimeter being 22, the four sides add up to 22. Now, the other two sides then have to add up to what? 22 minus 2x. So the other two sides add up to this, and there are two sides, so each is going to be 22 minus 2x over 2, 11 minus x. There are other ways to reason this out, but in any case, if one side of a rectangle of perimeter 22 is x, the other side has to be 11 minus x. Okay, you could cut the perimeter in half, say that this side plus this side is half the perimeter, so this side and this side add up to 11. So if this is x, this is 11 minus x. Another way, and a good way, to reason it out. Okay, now, we also know that the area is 28. So what can we do with that? Well, the area of a rectangle is its length times its width. So the area of this rectangle is going to have to be 11 minus x times x, whatever x happens to be. So the area is length times width, 11 minus x times x, and 11 minus x times x is then going to have to be equal to 28 because the area is 28. Okay, that gives us an equation that we can easily solve for x. What kind of an equation do we have? Well, let's multiply things out. Let's distribute the multiplication by x. We're going to get 11x minus x squared, and that's going to have to equal 28. So the equation is a quadratic equation. Now we have to recognize that so we know to put it in the form of a quadratic, but it turns out that this is a quadratic equation because we have the x squared term and the x term and the constant term and nothing else. Okay, so we put this into standard form. X squared minus 11x plus 28 equals 0. And just by dumb luck, or by maybe I designed the problem so you'd have equal sides, maybe I just decided the sides should be 4 and 7, so the perimeter is going to come out 22 and the area 28, and then when you solve it, it's going to factor nicely. And maybe it was just dumb luck that this one happens to factor, because I wouldn't necessarily have done that, but I might have. Okay, well, one way or another, x squared minus 11x plus 28 equals 0. This factors into x minus 4 times x minus 7 equals 0, giving us solutions x equals 4 or x equals 7. X equals 4 is a solution and x equals 7 is a solution, but it's got to be one or the other. And I'll also note that if x equals 4, then 11 minus x is 7. So what we have here is actually the two sides. Also, if x is 7, then 11 minus x is 4. So one way or another, we know the sides are 4 and 7 as soon as we get these two solutions. Still, you want to check that out carefully. Okay, we'll do this in its own video.